Hey there, what's up? How are you? I hope you're okay. My name is Daisy Kal, and let me just head straight to whatever I wanted to say today. Um, I've just finished watching Ray. Ray is a movie about Ray Charles that was produced or premiered in 2004. Um, that for sure is like one of the most amazing movies that I've ever watched ever since I began watching movies. It's a story that's candidly told, and the director like walks us through Ray's journey since childhood through middle age, because like it's ending when he's now we didn't get much of his old age, but at least like we see whatever he did throughout his old age. mm, I just wanted to talk about like some of my highlights, um one of which is, of course, his mom, Ray's mom. The the character or the actress, she did a very good job. I didn't catch her name. Yeah, I didn't catch her name. But like the movie begins with his background, Ray's background. That's his mom and his brother, and it was like a single family. And we get to see like just like how the brothers love each other. And I don't know, I don't know if it's the universe talking, because like in my movie, not movie, like the screenplay that I've written, it also has brothers, like young brothers who are playing. So I don't know, it's like at least I have like an inspiration now. So the story goes like the director goes ahead to tell us how Ray, as an indie musician, is mistreated. They don't pay her well from his first, he's not her, from his first managers. You know, artists are usually shortchanged, but for Ray is blind, by the way, for guys who don't know. Ray Charles Robinson is blind, and they don't really care about Ray. They care about the money. And Ray, throughout the movie, holds dearly to his mom's words, like his mom's advice. So before, like every time you see him stand up for himself, he refers to whatever his mom told him at any point in life. And I just find that amazing, because as a mom, I would also like my kids to carry on my words even like long after I've passed, because Ray's mom passed, and he's still like, for all the times that he did good things, like he made good decisions, it was influenced by his mom. Again, apart from the family, another highlight was how Ray's colleagues mistreated him, like when they were beginning, and then throughout the movie, like when it's ending, he is now the boss, and now they have to keep time, and now he has to, uh, decide whatever salary they get. And I felt like that was like the movie is based on a real life story, and so that was so inspirational, because like when they were beginning, they used to call him nothing, like nothing, blind, what, oh, there's a name I'm forgetting. But and like, they used to make jokes about his sight, which is so like, I know guys who are friends can make jokes about disability, but I was feeling like they were making those jokes like knowingly, because then Ray was like nothing to them, like the way they've said he was nothing. Okay. um Again, oh yeah, I liked the way. Ray had his like he had the time to explore himself and just bring something unique. Um, his previous managers never really gave him his voice, and I liked how there's this guy from, I don't know, it was Turkey. I guess it was Turkey. He kept on telling him, like when he was singing and doing what, I could tell him, let me just like use an example because now I can't remember the names. But for example, like I love Adele and I love Alicia Keys, and sometimes I can sing and I'm singing like Alicia Keys, or sometimes I'm singing and I'm singing like Adele. So the guy could notice that, like, I love your voice, I love what you're doing, I love your music, but we're not looking for another Alicia Keys. We're looking for, Ray. And then he explored that, and um I don't know if this was a little bit tough on him because at some point he felt like he needs to bring in new things. And like when he was frustrated, he was like pouring everything out to his wife, and he was like, you know, I'm just trying to like bring something new, like a breath of fresh air to music. Okay, how can I? It was like a breath of fresh air. I don't know, like some new sound, some new sound to the audience, because then you have to like invent new things here and there, here and there, here and there. So your audience, like, they get entertained. They're in the entertainment industry. And also, before I forget, like before I go on, I'd like to mention that I loved Hit the Road. I love music. I love music. So I loved Hit the Road Jack. I didn't know it's this guy that produced Hit the Road Jack. Like, um, through the times that I was listening to Hit the Road Jack, I was listening to uh other guys, like new renditions. I don't know, like covers, like through other artists in Notre. Like I don't know how I never listened to Ray's version of the song. So today I'm meeting Ray as the original producer of Hit the Road. It makes me wonder how many music out there, like, we don't really give credit to whoever produced them. Like we just maybe like celebrate guys who do the covers. Yeah. And I feel like guys should, well, like whenever you're doing someone's cover, you should write there originally produced by, so we can do our search and just look for the original music. uh okay, so next, um I can't finish this review before mentioning, like, Ray's love life. I found it funny how he could know, like, if he could tell if you're beautiful or not through your hands. And I started looking at my hands. I was like, can someone tell if I'm beautiful or not through my hands? Ah, okay, it's fine. Like, that's how he told a beautiful and a not so beautiful woman. Uh, so about his love life, he had his wife, and the wife, at first, of course, like in all relationships, people go out, people have fun, people, every good thing until the baby arrives. According to me, I feel like trouble began when the woman said she was pregnant. When she said she was pregnant, or when we saw she was pregnant. When we saw she was pregnant, because Ray was like, "Honey, I'm always lonely on the road. I would need you to be there beside me." And she was like, "No, I can't be on the road with the baby. I have a baby growing in me. I can't hit the road." So he was like, "Okay." Then from he found another, like, female, uh how they called? They call like back singers, backstage singers. I don't know. But the girls who were helping him to sing some verses, or like they had their own parts of the song that they sang. So he began like an affair, and we could see throughout how the wife was lonely. And but okay, she was lonely, but she at least we could see like this how he really um I'm looking for the word, how he treasured, let me just say treasure, because he treasured his family. You could not talk anything bad about his wife and his children. And just the side chick wife and other side chicks. I feel like if that was 1960, 1950s, all through 1960s, and it's the same story. Like he treated his clandestines trash, as trash. Okay, in as much the last one, I think the name was Margie or something. He loved her, but you could tell it was not like okay. He maybe he grew fond of her. They bonded because most of the time, like he had her, and they had like almost the same traits. Um, of course, demanding their money, like demanding the money. Yeah, like they knew their rights. So I feel like the girl was strong headed for him. But yeah, they were. I still feel like they were in love. That's my feeling. Like he fell in love. He loved his wife, and then something funny. The wife got all the luxury, or is the luxury? I don't know. But the Clandes got the fame, yeah. But like this last one died of overdose. Those bad things. Those bad things, eh? And this story, like, it's the same. We're in 2023, and it's still the same story. Like, how guys treat their wives compared to their clandes. And um, that was it, really, for his love life. But I couldn't help but notice how lonely his wife was, and how he never paid attention home because he concentrated on his music, and he couldn't even see like the baby, the progress that the babies were making. I feel like, according to him, for as long as he brought money back home, and like the provision part of it was enough. Um, Another highlight for me was how he stood against racism, and how it affected him negatively. Like it makes me really wonder, like these celebrities, they have like a different life altogether. But the moment you go against like some bigger fish, they like other things that happen in your private life, they now start exposing it to your fans, who only adore you for your music or for your art. Yeah. So I feel like that happened to him, but it was a highlight to me. Like it was like almost supporting the racist guys, but then he just, and imagine he's blind. I was like, okay, but it was like, okay, I'm not doing this. And it was like, you will not be performing in Georgia again. It was like, it's fine, it's fine, you know. And this, as a black, I don't like calling myself black because I'm brown. I'm not. It's like this chair, it's brown, and that's like my skin color. I'm brown. I'm not black. So we brown people, um, it's sad to know that like there's a time when we were viewed as lesser beings. And I'm glad that as time goes by, we are getting over this. We're not yet there, but we are getting over this, like slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. And hopefully, our kids or our grandkids will just get like a totally different kind of world. Yeah. Yes. And that was a highlight where he refused racial segregation, if that's the correct English. The next, I'm almost finishing. My next highlight was how he was trauma, like he had trauma and addiction. Yeah, addiction to heroin, trauma, like how he lost his brother. And by the way, talking about how he lost his brother, that was like the saddest thing. Like I shed a tear. I shed a tear. I shed a tear because it's scary. I'm a parent and I have like young boys, and it's scary how a child can just lose their life with a split of a second, like with something that seems so, like things that are dangerous. A knife is dangerous, like you'll keep them away. So water is also dangerous, but like things that you don't view as dangerous at that point can actually take a life of a young boy. That was so emotional for me. That was so, I don't know, scary. And I felt why Ray had that trauma throughout, and how like he could feel water throughout, like how water and the new basin and I don't know whatever he was going through, it was like so emotional to me. And that's why I was saying this story was told candidly, and there was no stone that was left unturned. And we got to see his positives and his negatives, his addiction to heroin, his um uh, how his wife like insisted that he goes for treatment or for rehab. And that also tells me, like with his clandestine, it was okay. Like they would see him using, because there was one, I think her name was Margie. I still think her name was Margie. Margie even like started doing drugs, and the other one was like okay with the drugs. And even when Margie was leaving, he was leaving. But how then would that like Ray was blind and he had all those drugs all together. I don't know. But anyway, he used to help himself without, like, he used to move around without assistance. He mastered the art of independence. Like, that's art. Once you're blind now, that's art. Yeah. And so that's really it. I loved the movie. When it was ending, I was like, huh, is it really ending? I was not ready. Like I wanted the movie to go on and on and on and on. And it's 2 hours plus, and I was like, it's 2 hours, but I still like want to watch more and more and more. And so I'm recommending, if you've not watched Ray, look for me. But anyway, you can buy it from the platforms that like whatever it can be found. But I really, really recommend that movie. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love movies that are based on real life stories. Um, I loved, how Serena Williams, like the dad. What was the name of the dad? Like that Williams story. I liked it. I love this Ray story. And if you have like another that you'd love me, you wish to recommend that I watch, I'll really appreciate. So that's it for my table. Bye. Bye.